Emma's hands shook as she quickly scrubbed the marble floors of the opulent Grandview Hotel lobby, her eyes fixed downward, heart racing in the soft hum of early morning. Suddenly, a sharp voice cut through the quiet. "Please, someone help. Does no one here speak French?" She froze, her breath catching in her chest. Her manager was nowhere to be found. Emma glanced up, meeting the frantic eyes of an elegantly dressed woman, her distress unmistakable. Without hesitation, Emma stepped forward and replied softly in flawless French, "Je purator, madam." The lobby went still, heads turning, disbelief carved into every face. Emma's cheeks flushed as she felt the weight of their stares. Housekeepers weren't meant to be noticed, let alone heard. Then, from a shadowed hallway, the hotel's owner emerged, his eyes locked on Emma. Her stomach knotted with dread. Had she just made a catastrophic mistake? He stepped closer, his voice calm but firm. "You. In my office. Now." What would happen to Emma next? Subscribe to real-life stories now to witness something unforgettable. The owner's footsteps echoed sharply against the marble as he approached Emma, the air thick with tension. "You spoke French," he said quietly, an edge to his tone cutting through the silence. Emma's throat tightened. "Yes, sir. I just wanted to help," she whispered, pride flickering despite her fear. He studied her for a long moment. "How many languages do you speak?" Emma swallowed hard, clutching the cleaning rag until her knuckles whitened. "9. 9. His brow arched, curiosity mixing with surprise. "And no one knew?" "No one asked," she replied, her voice steady now, a spark of defiance breaking through. Behind the owner, a manager appeared, arms crossed, eyes narrowing. "This isn't about talent. This is about rules," he snapped. "Housekeepers don't speak to guests in anything but English. It disrupts order." Emma met his gaze evenly. Maybe the order needs disrupting. The owner raised a hand, silencing the manager. "Enough. I want to know more about you." Later that day, Emma sat in a small, sterile office under relentless fluorescent lights, facing the owner, Mr. Harrison. He leaned forward, elbows on the desk. "Tell me how you learned all these languages while working here." Emma's eyes flicked to the window, the faint street noise barely audible below. "I study every free moment between cleaning rooms, after my sisters go to bed. It's the only way I keep a piece of myself." "Your family?" She nodded hesitantly. "I'm raising 2 younger sisters since our parents passed. I work nights so I can be home during the day for school and homework." Mr. Harrison nodded slowly, his stern expression softening. "That's a heavy load to carry." "I don't have a choice," she said quietly. "But sometimes I wonder if anyone here even sees me, or if I'm just part of the background." "You're not background to me anymore," he said, his eyes darkening. "But others might see your rise as a threat." Word spread quickly. At the next staff meeting, Emma felt whispers like shadows creeping behind her. "Think the owner's playing favorites?" one housekeeper muttered. "Probably just a stunt. They don't like us getting too smart," another whispered. Emma caught the words but kept walking, refusing to let their doubts weigh her down. One evening, in her small apartment's worn living room, the city's hum seeping through cracked windows, her sister Lily poked her head in, holding a math book. "Can you help with this problem?" Emma smiled, exhaustion heavy but pushed aside. "Of course." As they worked, her phone buzzed a message from Mr. Harrison. "Come by my office tomorrow. We need to talk about your role here." She stared at the screen, the room suddenly feeling too small, the silence pressing in. Was this her chance to step out of the shadows, or a plunge deeper into them? The next day, the hotel's executive office buzzed with unfamiliar faces. Mr. Harrison introduced Emma not as housekeeping staff, but as the new international guest liaison. Her heart pounded as murmurs rippled through the room, some eyes gleaming with respect, others with barely concealed resentment. After the meeting, Nathan Cole, a senior executive with a sharp smile and sharper eyes, cornered her. "Polyglot cleaner to executive? Impressive. But you know how this works, don't you? People like me don't lose power without a fight." Emma met his gaze unflinchingly. "Then I'll fight, but not the way you expect." Weeks passed, and Emma thrived, navigating cultural protocols and language barriers with ease. Yet beneath the surface, sabotage simmered, documents altered to discredit her, meetings she wasn't invited to, whispers meant to isolate. One afternoon, Nathan approached with a forged memo. You'd better fix this before it costs you your job. Emma took the papers calmly. I already did. She handed him corrected versions, precise and respectful. The room fell silent. Mr. Harrison appeared behind her. Thank you, Emma. This won't be overlooked. Nathan's face paled, but he said nothing. The power play had been exposed. The tension lingered, but respect grew. Colleagues began seeking her help. Her voice carried weight. One evening, Mr. Harrison found her alone in the break room. They're still talking. Emma's eyes were steady. Let them. I'm not invisible anymore. He nodded. You belong here, Emma. Don't let them convince you otherwise. Months later, Nathan's downfall came quietly but decisively. An investigation uncovered his attempts to sabotage Emma, manipulating documents, spreading false rumors. Faced with undeniable evidence, Nathan was dismissed. In the aftermath, Emma stood in the hotel lobby, morning light streaming through grand windows. The whispers had faded, replaced by nods of acknowledgement. Her phone buzzed a message from her youngest sister. You did it. Emma smiled, clutching her badge tightly. Her journey from silence to strength wasn't just hers, it was a beacon for those on the margins. In the quiet moments after Nathan's departure, Emma felt a subtle shift settle over the hotel, not in grand announcements, but in small, meaningful glances of respect. The hallways that once carried doubts now echoed with recognition. For Emma, the true victory ran deeper than titles or approval. It was reclaiming her voice. She recalled nights hunched over textbooks while the city slept, the invisible weight of expectations pressing down. Now, standing tall beneath the hotel's soaring ceilings, she understood. Strength isn't silence or invisibility, it's being seen, unapologetically, and refusing to be diminished. Her sisters' faces often came to mind, two young lives shaped by resilience and hope. Emma knew her journey was a bridge for them, a testament to what determination and honesty could achieve against towering odds. One afternoon, as she walked through the lobby, the soft hum of guests mingled with the clinking of glasses in the nearby cafe. Sunlight poured through grand windows, illuminating dust motes dancing like quiet celebrations. Emma paused, fingertips grazing the marble railing, solid, enduring. It reminded her that foundations built on truth and grit withstand time. This was her new reality, not perfect, but hers. A world where barriers could break, where ignored voices shaped conversations, and where courage was the quiet force behind every step forward. Emma's story reminds us that change begins when we stop shrinking to fit others' spaces and start carving our own. That truth, no matter how long buried, always rises to the surface. If Emma's journey moved you, like and share this video.